Good afternoon. This is Pastor Joe from the Way Church of God located in New York City. Today I'd like to talk about love. How is your love? Is it deep, shallow, hurting, in need of protection? Is it wounded? Is it vital? Is it safe? Does it need nurturing? It can be any kind of love: romantic, friendship, selfless, pragmatic love, playful, self-love, family love. In order to understand our love, we must not be afraid to look at it or look into it. What surrounds it? What influences it? What is it built on? What's growing near it? How is your love? Beginnings are very important. In the Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 15, we see a picture of a budding romance. It says, "Catch for us the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, our vineyards that are in bloom." And here is a picture of a blossoming vineyard, which symbolizes a growing romantic love being threatened by little foxes. We see a bride-to-be making a request of her betrothed: "My love, please protect the foundations of our growing love." The little foxes are potential problems that could damage their budding relationship. She's saying, let's take preventative measures to protect our love from anything that would threaten it. Beginnings are very important. Love requires that we catch the little foxes, the little problems that are easy to overlook or are present but never really seen. Sometimes the problems are influences, little insects that spoil the vine and therefore ruin the fruit. Influences are important. In any kind of romance, bromance, friendship, business relationship, there are little foxes, influences that sort of creep in and can threaten the very foundation of what you are trying to build. These influences get baked into our foundations. What type of influences do you allow to enter your personal space? Well, whatever those are, they will impact your love, friendships, businesses, homes, and churches. Sometimes when a sword is being forged by a blacksmith, a hairline fracture can occur due to the fire and the pressure from hammering. And the fracture will remain there, possibly hidden for some time. But when you use that sword in battle, that hairline fracture that was literally baked into your sword will crack, and you will lose your sword during the most important time of your life. Foundations are important. In Matthew 7:24-27, Jesus says, "These words I speak to you are not incidental additions to your life, homeowner improvements to your standard of living. They are foundational words, words to build a life on." If you work these words into your life, you are like a smart carpenter who built his house on solid rock. Rain poured down, the river flooded, a tornado hit, but nothing moved that house. It was fixed to the rock. Jesus goes on to say, "But if you just use my words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you are like a stupid carpenter who built his house on a sandy beach, and when a storm rolls in and the waves came up, it collapsed like a house of cards." Jesus' point is clear. A wise person builds his house on a rock. The rock, unlike sand, will survive the inevitable storms that life throws at us. And that's another point Jesus is making. There will be storms. There simply will be storms. A rock is a symbol of the words of Christ, the thoughts of Christ, the mind of God. But more so, Jesus is asking us to be mindful of where and on what we build. Upon what are you building your love? You are important. My friend, your thoughts, your journey, your contribution, your meaning, your influence are all important. You give the world its color, its texture, its voice. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. You are of great value. God loves you with an agape love. That is, according to Alyssa wrote, she says it's a, quote, pure, willful, sacrificial love that intentionally desires another's highest good. And I thought that was so well said. God loves you with an agape love. Let's be confident and bold, and let's build our love, our hearts, our minds, and our life on the rock, the secure rock of God's love. Let us remember the words of Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16 that says, "Let us come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in our time of need." From New York City, this is Pastor Joe. God bless you.